Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome my Hadith disciples, YouTubers and viewers upon the Sunnah and Effort to another exclusive episode of F.M.F 5 Minutes of Faida. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. قال الإمام الحافظ أبو عبد الله محمد بن إسماعيل البخاري رحمه الله تعالى في كتابه الجامع الصحيح. حدثنا سليمان بن حرب قال حدثنا شعبة عن أبي وائل عن عبد الله قال صليت مع النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم ليلة فلم يزل قائما حتى هممت بأمر سوء. قلنا وما هممت به؟ قال هممت أن أقعد وأذر النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أو بهذا المعنى. Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala mentions from Sulaiman ibn Harb, from Shu'bah, from A'mash, from Abi Wa'il, from Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala who said صليت مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ليلة. One night I offered prayer with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فلم يزل قائما حتى هممت بأمر سوء. The Messenger of Allah alayhi wasallam, he continued to stand longer and longer until I thought of doing something bad, doing something evil, doing something very low and dark and negative. The students of Ibn Mas'ud, they asked him, وَمَا هَمَمْتَ بِهِ? What did you think about? What was so bad or evil that came to your mind in the presence of the noble, sacred, holy Prophet of Islam? He said, هممت أن أقعد. I thought of sitting down. وَأَذَرَ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم, and leaving the Prophet alone. One night, I was making prayer with the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam. We were making tahajjud, qiyamul layl. We were praying additional prayers, voluntary prayers. And the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he stood for such a very long time that I thought of doing something bad. What was the bad thing that Ibn Mas'ud wanted to do? Make kufr, leave Islam, disobey the Prophet, disrespect the Prophet, eat something haram, drink haram, disobey Allah Azza wa Jalla with his clothing, his dress code. What was he going to do? Kill someone, make sihr, eat riba, take the wealth of the orphans, turn his back on the battlefield? Look at the mindset of Ibn Mas'ud. Doing an evil act to him was stopping the additional voluntary prayer that was not mandatory with the Prophet of Islam. Allahu Akbar. This beautiful authentic hadith, it shows us the world of difference between us and between them. I thought of doing something evil, stealing, making zina, beating somebody, shooting somebody, stabbing somebody, taking somebody's wealth, taking off my hijab, shaving my beard, eating khinzir, taking riba. I thought of leaving Islam. I had doubts about Islam and about Allah, and it may not be the truth, and I don't know, I'm unsure. Versus Ibn Mas'ud said, the bad thing that I thought about was sitting down. And is it permissible to sit down when you make prayers at night? Yes, it is. You get half the reward. He didn't have to pray. That is what Ibn Mas'ud considered to be amru su'. Alright, so that goes to show you sight versus perception. We think of things to be bad. Ibn Mas'ud, what he thought of being bad. As Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, إِنَّكُمْ لَتَعْمَلُونَ أَعْمَالًا هِيَ أَدَقُ فِي أَعْيُنِكُمْ مِنَ الشَّعْرِ وإن كنا نعدها على عهد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من الموبقات. He says, you people, you do acts, you perform acts, you do deeds that are lesser in your eyes, more insignificant in your sight than a strand of hair. And in the time of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we thought that those acts were destructive. So what would the Sahaba do if they lived in our society? If they saw our homes, if they looked into our phones, our computers, our wallets, our bank accounts, if they saw how we live, what we do, the deeds that are normal, basic deeds, they would say these people aren't even Muslim. These people aren't believers. This isn't a masjid. This isn't a town of Muslims. This isn't a city of Muslims. If they saw our rows in the congregation, the gaps in the rows, the people lining up lazily, how the Muslims dress, they say, is this Jama'ah? So it's very sad and it's very unfortunate. And there are many hadiths like this, and what you see how much the companions loved the Prophet. And the smallest, slightest thing, they looked at as being an offense to the Prophet and disrespect to the Prophet. They looked at it being a violation to their covenant, the promise that they had made Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost, and that they made to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to be there for him, to follow him, and to listen to him.